Yo, DJ Bones, big up yourself one time, man.
You want another split? Yes, G. Somebody go call father. Is $1,000 back this? Yes, G. Tell them go shut them. Hey.
What's up? This is KT, and you're listening to the Jamaica Funk Show. So tonight we got a great show for you. We got Mr. Alvin Washington, our sportscaster, and he and I are going to be talking about the NCAA championship game that just happened last night. Gonzaga versus North Carolina. North Carolina took the game home. They took home the trophy. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the women's NCAA. And we got some great reggae music for you tonight. So I want you to sit back, relax, grab that last piece of jerk chicken and whatever it is you're eating and drinking. And let's listen to some Shona. Mama, shut your mouth. Reggae music. Well, I remind.
Take me to a place I've never been. Why do I invite you in my life when you're bad and I know? Oh, but you give me direction, excitement and affection. The more I get, the more I want. Yo, me good with you. Yo, listen, any girl want me chant to one feet one good with you too. You lie for me, never get to spend time with you. Jump asleep after 12 and me dying for wake up to spend more time with you. Hurry up, cut it up and light it up. A little grabber that to nice it up. Under me liquor plus a split, you just a go turn up the vibes, you know. Them ya grabber, ya they don't like, you know. Just take a puff and pass it on, I know I do that for the night, you know. Right now me hype, you know. It has spill me feel nice. Right now me hype. Office and nobody tight. Big slip in the mouth, wind down, wing the good night. Man have my license, alright. Sitting at the envelope, you and your squad, you would I like. Drive off with them mad vibes. Turn left, right, turn right. Pull up, park up, go inside. Transform in a one kite. It has spin me feel nice. Right now me hype. Breaking news for live. Fell down a smoking for the heights. But right now me want another spliff. Somebody go call father. Is $1,000 back this? Tell them go suck them. Hey, why me chest a kill me? So me laugh, so me cough. The last one this. Straight to God, me soon stop. You give me direction. Take me to a place I've never been. Why do I invite you in my life when you're bad and I know? Oh, but you give me direction, excitement and affection. The more I get, the more I want. Yo, me good with you. Yo, listen, any girl want me chant to one feet one good with you too. You lie for me, never get to spend time with you. Jump asleep after 12 and me dying for wake up to spend more time with you. You give me direction. You give me direction. You give me direction. You give me direction.
Up to the time, Himalayas. Baby, up to the time. Hey, who I am, baby. Play around, no. Seriously, you can't take me for clown. Never. I've been around. Yo. Hey.
Take it in, you think it easy. Who you ramp with? You want it easy? Take my things and you take my money too. So take into, take into, take in. You think it easy? Who you ramp with? You want it easy? You take my things and and take my money too. So take intro, take intro. 4, that I feel the what not. 3, that I feel the door and the grill and the padlock. Give me 5. For the fridge and the blender on the fridge. Hey, go on bad. For the Louis Vuitton bag. Take for the goods from separate. Plus the ceramic tile and the gold plate doorknob. That I got cost you up. Take in. Getting it easy. Who you are ramping? You want it easy? Take me things and you take my money too. So take into. Take into. Take in. Getting it easy. Who you are ramping? You want it easy? You take me things and take my money too. So take into. Take into. Me like me a tricks in a 3D. Finish CD, DVD, TV. Pay me back for all of those kiki. Give me 3 free. With you, me free. If your man big like Baby G, mine sing and DJ like Lady G. I hope pay your visa fee. Grab me, y'all sing for it like a Lisa D. Take in, getting it easy. Who you ramping? You want it easy? Take me things and you take my money too. So take into, take into, take in. Getting it easy. Who you ramping? You want it easy? You take me things and take my money too. So take into, take into. 4, that I feel the what not. 3, that I feel the door and the grill and the padlock. Give me 5. For the fridge and the blender on the fridge. Hey, go on bad. For the Louis Vuitton bag. Take for the goods from separate. Plus the ceramic tile and the gold plate doorknob. That I got cost you up. Take in. Getting it easy. Who you ramping? You want it easy? Take me things and you take my money too. So take into. Take into. Take in. Getting it easy. Who you ramping? You want it easy? You take me things and take my money too. So take into. Take into. Me like me a tricks in a 3D. Finish CD, DVD, TV. Pay me back for all of those kiki. Give me 3 free. With you, me free. If your man big like Baby G, mine sing and DJ like Lady G. I hope pay your visa fee. Grab me, y'all sing for it like a Lisa D. Take in, getting it easy. Who you ramping? You want it easy? Take me things and you take my money too. So take into, take into, take in. Getting it easy. Who you ramping? You want it easy? You take me things and take my money too. So take into, take into, take in. Getting it easy. Who you ramping? You want it easy? Take me things and you take my money too. So take into, take into, take in. Getting it easy. Who you ramping? You want it easy? You take me things and take my money too. So take into, take into.
Okay, guys, so we're back, guys, and I'd just like to welcome my co-host for tonight. Guys, let's give it up for Mr. Alvin Washington. Hey, Alvin, what's up, baby?
Just kind of, I guess you could say, having a little bit of Final Four withdrawal now.
Why are you having Final Four withdrawal?
Well, I mean, we just came off of, I think, one of the best NCAA Division I men's basketball tournaments in recent memory.
Oh, yeah?
If not ever.
Oh, wow.
You know?
Now, why do you say that?
Well, yeah, 3 first-time, actually 2 first-time teams.
Mm-hmm.
One that hasn't been there since the first Final Four, and one that's probably, you can say, been there, done that 20 times.
Mm-hmm.
That of course, is our now newly crowned national
champs.
Right.
Right.
However, why do I say this has been a great tournament? Because of the interesting upsets that happened not only in the first round, but in the Elite 8 round. I mean, who'd ever thought Xavier was going to knock off Arizona, giving Gonzaga literally almost a free path to the Final Four? I mean, there should be a gift basket in Cincinnati right now, coming all the way from Spokane. Seriously.
Really?
If Xavier doesn't knock off Arizona, we're not talking about Gonzaga going to the Final Four. Let's just be real about it.
Mm-hmm.
Gonzaga is a good 37-2 team. Arizona just on paper had the better lineup, but Xavier, in a one and done format, is just that much better in the Sweet 16. They've always been that good as a Sweet 16 team. That's why that matchup between Xavier and Gonzaga was probably one of the more enjoyable matchups, as was Gonzaga and Northwestern in the second round. And even though Northwestern took them to the limit, you saw what Gonzaga was capable of getting all the way to the championship game. They came within 6 points of their first title. Not only that, here's another interesting stat for you. Not since 1957 had a team from the West Coast Conference made it that far.
Wow.
And that last program happened to have been San Francisco. The same program one Mr. Bill Russell matriculated from. He's a 2-time NCAA champion.
Yeah. Wow.
You had a lot of twists and turns this year.
Yeah.
You had a great win by Florida over Wisconsin. Yeah, Wisconsin up. Yeah, South Carolina upset Duke in Madison
Yes.
Square Garden.
Yes.
You had Oregon knock off Kansas in grand fashion.
Mm-hmm.
There were so many twists and turns in this year's tournament that you had to keep your head on a swivel.
Well, but I think people had Gonzaga like slated to win because of the fact that they only lost one game during the season. They only had one loss, and I think a lot of people just took for granted that these boys is really hungry and they're gonna win the championship. And I think that's an upset for a lot of people. I was listening to, I think it was the news or one of those morning shows, and they were talking about the fact that North Carolina is Michael Jordan's alma mater. And he's normally, at these playoff games, he's normally there at those, NCAA games, because North Carolina, as you said, is normally one of the teams that normally do make it, to the final Sweet 16 or Final Four, for that matter, or the finals, period. And but this time they said Michael Jordan wasn't there. And so what they said is that last year, when Gonzaga lost in the last second of the game, Michael Jordan was there. So he thought maybe he brought him bad luck. So what he did was stayed away, so that he wouldn't bring him bad luck, which I thought was quite interesting. But North Carolina took Gonzaga last night at a score of 65-71. North Carolina took the championship, and last night game was a stressor outer to say the least, with all the fouls that they had in the game in the second half. I mean, it was a good game. So now we got the women's finals going on, Alvin.
Actually, the women preceded the men this year, and that's the first time that's happened. Normally, it's the women that are closing out the.
Yeah, because I thought they were on the 4th. I thought they were yesterday.
No, they normally are Saturday, Tuesday. They went Friday, Sunday this year.
Oh, okay. So who won?
The South Carolina women won for the first time ever.
All right.
What was huge?
Mm-hmm.
What was huge was the fact that Mississippi State, on a last-second shot, stopped an NCAA all divisions, all genders win streak in basketball at 111 wins by UConn. Now, most most people say, that streak isn't good for women's basketball. I beg to differ.
Why?
Why? Well, you have to remember, before UConn, the standard bearer was Tennessee and the late great Pat Summitt. So look at this as passing the torch from Tennessee to UConn. And now with UConn's streak out the door, thanks to Mississippi State, now does South Carolina take that name? Here's a case for South Carolina. Up to and including this year's national championship win, South Carolina has been to the last 4 women's Final Fours, all of them under Coach Dawn Staley, who recently was appointed head coach of Team USA.
And isn't she what is it? Women's NBA? Wasn't she from the?
She was a former WNBA.
Yeah, WNBA. Thank you.
By way of the Charlotte Sting, which I believe is no longer in existence. But yeah, she did play WNBA basketball. She is the first former Final Four most outstanding player to win an NCAA title as a coach.
Wow.
And I think you'll like this next stat. She joins Carolyn Peck from the 1999 Purdue team as the only African American women coaches to ever win the NCAA Division I championship.
Hot dog.
So the sky's the limit for the native Philadelphia.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, hats off to her. What is it? Karen, what's her name? Karen? Dawn Staley. Thank you. Sorry about that, Dawn. I didn't mean to call you Karen. I meant to say Dawn. Dawn Staley. My hat's off to you, and all your accomplishments. That's.
Now here's something else. The Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame induction class was named this weekend. Another woman has made that class.
Oh wow!
That would be Rebecca Lobo, who is a 1995 graduate of UConn. She helped lead that team to the title one season after they went undefeated.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah. He's also a 1996 Olympic gold medalist. And because of that 1996 Olympic gold medal team from Atlanta, that's where the foundation of the WNBA came in.
Oh.
Because also on that team was Lisa Leslie.
Right.
Lisa Leslie, of course, wound up going to the LA Sparks. Rebecca Lobo wound up playing with the Connecticut Sun. Lobo was a part of the very first WNBA game played in league history.
Wow. So we got this, and just to think about it, the WNBA hasn't been around for a long time,
20 years.
Yeah, but that's still not a long time.
True.
I mean, it has, 21 years old, you're actually legal, you can drink. So I mean, yeah, it has grown up. 20 years is a while, but it's not really a long time given the fact that prior to that, women were, they were kept out of basketball and different sports being played.
Well, the I guess you could say archaic reasons that were given for women not playing athletics ran the gamut, but they were at the very core sexist, and it's a shame because there are a lot of great women athletes that I've seen over the years.
Oh yes,
basketball myself, and I still contend to this day that women's basketball is indeed the best game under the rim.
Yeah.
Anybody can dunk a basketball. I want to see 5 people touch the basketball before it's shot.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And those are some good games. Those are some actually very, very good games. You know, those WNBA games. You know, if you all ever get the opportunity to go to a WNBA game, I suggest that you go because they are really some really great games to see those women out there playing. And they are some serious, serious players.
You know, not only that, congratulations to Kelsey Plum of Washington. Earlier this year, she surpassed Jackie Stiles' record for the most career points in career points and single season points for an NCAA Division I women's basketball player. She also won Associated Press Women's College Basketball Player of the Year.
Wow. Wow.
So the hard work keeps coming.
Yeah. Well, you know, I just think that is such a great thing to, you know, now to be able to, you know, be able to show your talents and not be looked on, you know, for your gender, but for, you know, what you actually contribute to the world. You know, I feel so good about these women out here doing what they're doing. And by the same token, I hope they don't ever get a women's football team.
Unfortunately, there are women's football teams. There's 2 types. There's what was originally known as the lingerie league. It was now they call it the Legends now, but the women are still wearing lingerie with pads.
Wait a minute, they call it the what now?
The Legends Football League.
Oh, okay. And
it was originally known as the Lingerie Football League. Yeah. If you're into that type of stuff.
It sounds like roller derby.
Yeah. But then there's the Women's Football Alliance. Now that's straight up tackle football. That's the stuff I like.
Well, my
women hit. They're in full pads, full uniforms, just like the fellas, and them sisters hit.
Yeah, I just my drawback about women in football is the same drawback I have about men in football, and that is it's a very, very dangerous sport. You know, you got from kids to adult males. You know, they're screwed up in the head because of this particular full contact sport, and up until recently, you know, the NFL tried to deny it, you know, that these injuries exist. And, you know, there are players that I once knew, you know, back in the day that are dead now, like Mike Singletary, he's dead, you know. And I mean, you know, what's the other guy?
Walter Payton is dead.
Well, Walter died because of liver damage, you know, liver disease. He had liver cancer. His wasn't a impact on his head. So, you know, Walter's a little bit different, but Dave Dorison, right? You know, and those are guys I knew because they were all on the '84 Bears. And at the time, I was a hairstylist, and I did several of them's hair. You know, out in Woodfield Mall. Used to work at a salon called Heidi's, and they used to be my clients. Walter's wife was my client and business partner, Connie. So, yeah. So I knew these guys, and you know, you hear about the things that go on, like those injuries, but when it touches home, you know, when it hits people that you know, it becomes serious. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Matter of fact, I saw a recent picture of Gale Sayers. He is one of the few men who have scored 6 times in the end zone in one NFL game.
Wow.
And, to look at him now, I'm like, yeah, the game really did a number on him.
Yeah, the game does a number on a lot of them. And back in those days, those boys really didn't make a whole hell of a lot of money as they do today. Now they make a lot more money, but back then, some of those guys weren't even getting paid $100,000 a year. People thought that they were making, big bucks. But some of them guys weren't even making that much money, So, the thing is looking at these guys, and if it wasn't for, I believe it was Dave Durison's family, like going after the NFL because of Dave dying in the way that he died, I think it would still be swept up underneath the rug. But this one particular doctor from Africa actually discovered what was going on with these guys, what happened to them. Because, there was so many of them, white and black football players alike, with these concussions.
Well, it has been said over the years that professional football is a multitude of car wrecks.
Yeah.
They're basically running into each other every play, every down. That trauma builds up over time. So that's why you have Dave Durison and Junior Seau and I don't remember who else.
Mike Singletary. You had Mike Singletary. You had
Michael Singletary's still living.
Well, no, wait a minute. It was Dave Durison. So then he's okay. You sure?
Very sure.
Okay.
If Michael Singletary passed away,
Because
I
I thought he was one of what was Joe Simon's daughter's husband's name? What was Joe? He was one of the 85 Bears. What was his name?
Jim McMahon?
No. That's a white boy, black boy. He was actually over on. He came on Chris Bass's show when we were over at the other station. Otis Wilson, right. Now, Otis, we were talking about that. I was talking about that with Otis, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna have to Google that. I will Google that, y'all. I could be very wrong. I may not be right, but I could have sworn Mike Singletary was one of them.
If Mike Singletary passed away, trust me, if he had a God knows where, would have known about that.
Oh, almost.
Last I heard from Michael Singletary, I believe he's now an assistant coach.
You're right. Nope, you're right. Mike Singletary is an assistant coach. You are so right. I'm sorry. That's my bad. Look, Alvin, let us take a break right quick. And you're listening to the Jamaica Funk Show with KT, and her guest host tonight is Alvin Washington. If you want to listen to this radio show and our podcast, you can go to JamaicaFunkShow.com. You can go to Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, YouTube on the Catherine Winston page, and Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram on the Jamaica Funk Show page. So I want you to sit back, relax, and I'm going to give you some more reggae music. Well, I remember.
Oh yeah, your loving gets me so high. It's got me feeling so divine. I'm telling you, there's nothing I would rather than to love you forever. Yeah.
You are so enchanted. You keep my passion rising. Oh, what a feeling when your body is close up on me, and I feel the heat rising. It's showing all in your eyes. That you love when we ride into the sunlight. Nothing can compare to how it feels right. Feels so right.
Oh, the way you love me in the morning.
Love me in the morning.
You keep it coming every evening.
Coming every evening.
Baby, we got to believe it. Like I've never known love before. The way you put it on me, lady.
Put it on me.
It makes me wanna make a baby.
Wanna make a baby.
Woman, your loving drives me crazy. Like I've never known love before. You say that you love me and you will leave me alone. I'll be your only. You say that you know him and he's the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. Well, if you say you really love me, then why you choose to change and leave me alone? Left me on my own. Baby, won't you please remember that we press just together every day? Those words you say, God is what you manifest. Just pray and ask God to do the rest. And I won't be afraid to shout the Father's name. To call his name is not in vain. You say that tomorrow will be a better day in every way.
False pretender. You say you love me, but I lie as I never. Boy, but find out how you stay, heartbreaker. Thought that you would stick around me forever. Boy, but find out how you stay. Woman, lock down and I get your color. Look at you, way stress out and I get maga. Look at you, now eat no food, now drink no water. 6 months she meet him on the internet, Twitter. 6 months later he get bitter. Now she locked down in a house, I write love letter. But life goes on, every moment is a precious treasure, and every good woman deserve a good fella. No more false pretender. You say you love me, but I lie 'cause you never. Boy, but find out how you stay.
Okay, guys, I got the names of the NFL players that died from concussions. We had Jovan Belcher, Forrest Blue, Lou Carpenter, Lou Creekmar, Willie Daniels, Shane Donat, Dave Durison, and Ray Easterling. Those were the NFL players that died from concussions.
They missed one.
Who was that?
Junior Seau.
They probably missed a lot of them because the fact of the matter is the NFL wasn't claiming a lot of these guys that had these concussions prior to I want to say what 2000 what was it 2000
Not 2002.
yeah, actually further than that, because they just released all these names that I just read off in 2016. I think it was probably about 2005 or something like that, somewhere in that neighborhood. But up until then, the NFL wasn't even claiming none of these guys, They didn't want to admit that, these guys were dying because of these concussions that they suffered during these professional games. And I think that's really, really, really crazy. I think that was really, really crazy for these guys to, a lot of these guys, nobody even know. Probably some of them then went to jail because they did some really crazy stuff. The trauma caused them to like to do some, real crazy, like be mean and violent and stuff of that nature.
Man, the matter of fact, here's a person that's currently living that, quite frankly, um, if they just go ahead and do this, to go ahead and diagnose him so they can see how this really affects him. Recently retired WMAQ TV sports anchor Mike Adamley.
Oh yeah. Wow. Wow. And he was a football player also.
Yeah, he was a Chicago Bears football player.
Mm-hmm.
Played
Yeah.
at Northwestern.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Dave Durison actually had the concussion, the brain disease, but he actually took his life. Dave Durison actually shot himself in the head.
No, he shot himself in the chest.
Was it the
Here's the reason why you see a lot of these guys that take their own life, shoot themselves in the chest, because they didn't want to mess the brain up, because they wanted them to examine the brain and see what was it that was making them just absolutely eating it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why that happened the way that happened.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, just think of a computer with the hard drive needle bent. How wacky your computer will be. That's almost like having a broken hard drive needle. And in case you don't understand what I'm saying, is like your hard drive has a needle. It's kind of like the old-fashioned record players, you know. And if you break that needle, you got to buy a brand new hard drive. But if you bend that needle, you still got to buy a new hard drive. But your computer started acting all weird and what have you.
And it's anything that goes out of whack definitely affects the operation, and that's the same thing that happened here.
Yeah.
All those times running into each other.
Yeah.
And then you go back toward the days of Jack Lambert. No telling how many clotheslines some people took.
Yeah. Alvin, I want you to tell people where they can get a hold of you at, where they can hear you.
Well, I do something called the UBM Report. It starts at 9 in the morning every Monday through Friday. And I go 5 times a day. 9 a.m., noon, 3 p.m., 6 p.m., and 9 p.m. And you can find us at urbanbroadcastmedia.com. There's also an app under the Urban Broadcast Media banner that you can download from your favorite app store. And I also host a show called UBM Middays, which is Mondays and Fridays at 11 a.m. Central Time.
Okay. So, Alvin, thank you so much for, coming on and co-hosting with me. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate your time and your knowledge. Because with this sports stuff, baby, you're the expert. I'm just a wannabe. Sometime ain't gonna be, but you got it. So I just want to thank you for sharing your knowledge with me and the listeners here tonight. Okay?
Hey, I appreciate everything.
Oh, you're welcome, sweetheart. And we'll be in touch. Hopefully, maybe you'll be back next week. Maybe something good will happen, Ain't no telling. Okay, darling. Later. So, guys, listen, I'm going to let you hear some great reggae music these last 5 or so couple of minutes. But before we go, I want to let you know once again, you're listening to KT on the Jamaica Funk Show. If you want to re-listen to this show, you can go to Spreaker.com. That's Spreaker, studio.com. / Jamaica Funk Show. You can also listen to this radio show and our podcast. We do live podcasts every week. You can see them on JamaicaFunkShow.com. You can also catch us on Facebook at Jamaica Funk Show with KT, Twitter at KT Jamaica Funk Show, and on Instagram at KT_Jamaica_funk. So it's been a blast. Without you, there is no me. And until I talk with you again tomorrow, God bless you. Well, I'm
And I'm representing for the one and only DJ Sharp.
This is Lady Soul in Chicago with Fire Fit and the Fire Fit Girls. I want to big up DJ G Sharp. One love.
Yo, boo, boo, boo. She says she still believe every man a dog, but fear will not go any other yard. Oh God. Rise attack, check it out. No, me book and need because of where easy if you talk to. We kick it off in 3 weeks, she decides to move on. I said it feels so wrong, but I just can't let you go. Happened so quick when I really have nothing for show. We are doing one thing and that I make it hard for we. She don't really know about my feeling to me heart when she said I'm scared of being lost. But I swear I'll be a lover. I'm scared of being lost. But I swear I'll be a lover. Negative influence around me. Hey, so from the lead I'll be free. I'll be a negative influence around me. No one a negative influence around me. Most High, protect me from harm. Guide me through this storm. Wipe those dark clouds away. Turn this dark night today. Make the hurricane come. Bless me with your palm. Wipe those dark clouds away. Turn this dark night today. When seas get rough, no ship is safe enough. Just faith can hold me up. Yeah, blessings fill my cup. Is every road we trod corrupt? To no one may not suck up. But this energy will break my back. So this a lion not stay in turn. Yaga yo, yaga yo, yaga yo. Yaga yo, yaga yo, yaga yo. From 2000 years get lean. From Kingston to Papine. Be a school face funny scene. Me no see no more lens nor your body. So why you stay? Funny narrow world. Cause them my youths can no play. From Galchester to Mobile. It's like a battlefield. You and me, I'm here from one day. Every youth have a 9 on a carry ready spread. You and me, I'm here from one day. Every youth have a 9 on a carry, yeah.
Did it again. Realize you was just a little poser. Did it again. You turn your back on your soldier. Did it again. When the things say you start over. You did it again and again, yeah.
The mankind a inch, them gone with a acre. And I try convince us of them pay for. That's why I don't put none of them from practice now. Me left them for later. Me no know if I just my nature. As soon as them see the paper, them no remember the ups and the downs. So them stop come around.
You did it again. Realize you was just a little poser. Did it again. You turn your back on your soldier. Did it again. When the things say you start over.